a large military strike against multiple targets in central Syria. Retaliation for the deadly ambush killing 2 American soldiers and their civilian interpreter, a U.S. interpreter. U.S. Central Command saying American forces are actively executing a large-scale strike against weapons and ISIS infrastructure. In fact, we just heard from Secretary Pete Hegseth, who has tweeted earlier today U.S. forces commenced Operation Hawkeye Strike in Syria to eliminate ISIS fighters, infrastructure, and weapon sites in direct response to the attack on U.S. forces that occurred on December 13th in Palmyra, Syria. A U.S. official telling ABC News tonight the strike involves fighter jets, attack helicopters, artillery, dozens upon dozens of targets. The operation aimed at delivering a significant blow to ISIS remnants, ISIS infrastructure, and eliminating ISIS weapons. The strikes are targeting multiple locations in central Syria. Prior to the airstrikes, U.S. partners in the region with U.S. support led 10 operations resulting in the capture or killing of 23 ISIS operatives. These operations were a prelude to the current large-scale strikes now underway tonight. And as I mentioned, this all comes after last Saturday, Sergeant William Howard and Sergeant Edgar Torres Tovar, both of Iowa, and their U.S. interpreter were all killed by a lone ISIS gunman. They were the first U.S. combat deaths in Syria since 2019 and since the fall of President Bashar al-Assad. President Trump attending their dignified transfer on Wednesday. He previously vowed ISIS would be, quote, hit hard for the ambush. I want to get right to our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce. She's live at the White House tonight. Mary, you have more of what Secretary Hegseth has said at this hour.
David, the defense secretary goes on to say that this is not the beginning of a war. It is a declaration of vengeance. And he adds that the United States of America under President Trump's leadership will never hesitate and never relent to defend our people. As you mentioned, President Trump had made it clear ever since this deadly ambush last weekend that there would be serious retaliation from the U.S. In fact, he said that ISIS would be hit hard. He has also, in his remarks since then, made it very clear to stress that this had nothing to do with the Syrian government, that this had everything to do with ISIS. Of course, this president has aligned himself closely with the new Syrian president. He was just here at the White House a little over a month ago. It will be interesting to see what, if any, coordination may have occurred here between the Trump administration and the Syrian government. And of course, it all coming just 2 days after the president was there at Dover for the dignified transfer, meeting privately with the families of the fallen. David.
Again, the breaking news, Mary, thank you. The breaking news, the U.S. has launched a large military strike against multiple targets in central Syria at this hour. Retaliation for the deadly ambush killing of 2 American soldiers and their civilian interpreter, a U.S. interpreter, last Saturday. Of course, I'll have more with the entire team on World News Tonight. For many of you in the East, we return you now to your local news, and I'll see you shortly. Good day.